Hey guys, this is Visit15 welcoming to Let's Discuss The Walking Dead. This is for Season 4, Episode 9, the mid-season premiere. Before I talk about last night's episode, I do gotta talk about my opinion about the season so far. Um, I am a little disappointed so far this season. Can kind of can kind of think like was with season 2 where it was kind of a setup for the next season, but of course, I have no idea right now what season 5 is going to be like. So, but I'm kind of hoping that they really go back and touch base with the sickness that went through the prison, because I think it's going to be a major plot point. It should really last a little longer than basically 2 days at the prison. So, um, I don't know, maybe like when they find the bus, all the people are basically dead on it and turned into walkers or were walker food or whatever. So, um, and that kind of brings me to my next thing. I really hope that the second half of the season here is basically not them just finding each other. Um, I can understand, like last night's episode, good from a psychological point where kind of explained, especially Carl a little better, but yeah, if they're just going to be, you know, looking at everybody as they try to find each other and, basically all of them do, I just think that's gonna kind of suck. Um, I am really hoping that a lot of the main cast does not find each other in this season, and maybe they will in the next. And I'm hoping that most of the time that's spent for the rest of this season is explaining kind of what other things are going on with the two or three groups that are out there. So, um, because I was thinking, the first half of the season, if there really wasn't a whole bunch of stuff that went on with the governor, kind of explaining how he was going and stuff, and the sickness at the prison, I really think that you could have shortened it up to like I don't know, like 3 or 4 episodes instead of the 8. But um, because really, with the governor, they could have basically skipped from him using the golf club on Sanchez's head, and right after that, had him planning to go into the prison and stuff. So, that's basically like in my opinion, just a episode and a half wasted doing pretty much nothing. So, well, nothing really important. As for this episode, I kind of liked it that they started out with the destruction there at the prison, which pretty much was basically at the end of last episode, of course. I do like the first thing that they really showed up close was shown in her katana, which you know is just an awesome shot. I think. Um, One thing I kind of didn't get was why all those walkers right at the beginning were right around that burning tank. Um, yeah, I can kind of understand that they'd be drawn to like the heat and the sound and stuff. But yeah, after like a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds or whatever, should have figured out that there was really nothing there, and they were just wasting their time, I think, and kind of moved on. Something else would kind of grab their attention. So, because Walker seemed to have, a super form of ADHD. So, and with the Herschel head thing, it might look better when I eventually get the Blu-ray or something, but in standard definition, it just looked horrible. Um, not the animatronic puppet, because Greg Nicotero actually showed that thing off on The Talking Dead after the show and stuff. It looked really awesome there, but it just didn't look right. Because in the show, I don't know what it was with the coloring. It looked really bad with like the photoshopping. I know that they wanted to make it a little lighter, a little more white, um, but it just didn't work for me. I don't know if it was just totally the head or if it was the background too or what. So, um, and I really didn't like the blood effects. When Michonne stabbed Herschel's head with her katana, I think that could have been detailed a little better. And as I said, I watched it in standard definition, not high definition. Might look a little better in HD, but uh, I just really was not impressed technologically when it was in standard definition the way I watched it last night. So I did kind of like the Carl and Rick dynamic for the entire episode. Carl was kind of trying to assert himself over Rick. Um, he kind of did that a little bit in season three, and then he kind of reverted back to being the kid again. Well, the son. Um, for the first half of this episode, or for the first half of this year, um, and I think that Rick could have done a better job of, you know, reining him in and stuff, but of course he was really weak. I don't know if when he went to sleep, if he was just that tired, or if maybe he slipped into a coma or whatever. But um, the whole thing with Rick saying, never waste a bullet, that kind of thing. I'm kind of wondering why they don't actually pick up the shell casing that they leave behind when they shoot something. Because you would think that I'm no chemistry expert or anything, but I would kind of think that they'd be able to make themselves like some new bullets later on. Like probably wouldn't be like as powerful or anything like that, but could probably find a fireworks factory or place that sells fireworks or whatever, and use the gunpowder in those, and you know use that for their ammunition. So, um, and if they couldn't use it like that, then I'm sure that they could find a way to light off some fireworks and put like a little bit of gunpowder like at the end or whatever, and basically almost use them like missiles if they have to. So, but of course I'm kind of thinking ahead there, but um, yeah, I am surprised that they actually found a little town that close with any supplies left. Because you would think that it would have probably been one of the first places that they, checked out when they were at the prison, when they went on a scavenging run. Um, I think that, there should have been nothing at Joe's Ranch or whatever it was. So, but I do got to say that the first time that I actually saw that place, to me, anyways, it kind of looked like that clubhouse that Merle had in Survival Instincts, where there was a whole bunch of his gang members with his stash that Daryl went to with him. So um, that's kind of what it reminded me of, especially because there was a couple of bikes on the outside. So and you would think that one survivor would actually come up and just taken the bike that was there, but to give him some kind of transport. But I was really surprised when they actually came back from one of their commercials. Um, when it showed Michonne like in her kitchen with two guys that eventually became her pets and stuff. When I was first watching it, I really didn't see the TVMA or whatever in the upper left hand corner. Um, so I kind of thought that maybe AMC was having like a little commercial for a movie that she did done like a couple of years beforehand. So I didn't know it was actually supposed to be her character until she brought out her katana, and I could definitely tell that it was kind of a dream sequence when she put her katana like with the rest of the knives and stuff, because of course there'd be no way that it would fit if it was real. So um, I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be real, and she had actually just modified her kitchen so that she could put it in there like I don't know, like made a real hole in her countertop or whatever. So, but yeah, if it was in there like that, then that'd be kind of a long draw. I think so. Um, okay, one thing I really don't get is that the thing with the killer dolls masking her scent. Um, I can kind of understand it, like if Walker comes by, like a few feet away or whatever. I can kind of understand the masking there, but if they're kind of up close, like in the middle of a herd, um, I think one of them would actually smell her and attack, because I mean, holding chains or ropes or whatever is not like a security blanket or anything. It's not going to make you totally invisible if you're walking in the middle and they're like 3 or 4 feet behind you. So at least that's the way that I think. Um, so I really don't understand how the killer dolls are supposed to work in that situation. Because to me, they'd basically be worth nothing. I could understand if they were like right behind her, like they were almost touching her, but um, if that was the case, then there'd be a chance of you know, her stepping on one of their feet or whatever, and then tripping. Then of course, when she tripped, then the walkers would be all over her because basically she would stop and the killer dolls would stop at the same time. So um, again, I might be overthinking that, but um, it's just a question that was raised in my head. So I did like the fact that she took out her twin walker. Um, because as they were saying on the Talking Dead last night, basically that was representing her just giving up and dying. So, um, but yeah, I think she almost wasted too much energy when she was taking them out. I know she was kind of angry and stuff, but I think that maybe she could have been a little more efficient with her kills. Um, of course, as I said, she was kind of emotional at that point, but and I do like the fact that when she walked back out, it was the exact same spot in the road where she was at earlier in the episode. At first, I thought the footprints in the mud, I thought that they were tire tracks, and she was following the tire tracks trying to go after the bus, but yeah, they were footprints headed in the exact opposite direction of the way that she headed at the first part of the episode. Um, and of course, when she came back, then she decided to follow the footprints, found Rick and Carl, but I kind of wonder if they shot it out of order or whatever because when I went back and looked at it in one of the after episodes, the footprints they seem to be deeper and more fresh second time around than the first time. So um, I kind of wonder why they actually did that. I don't know if when she was looking at it, she just saw it that way. Could have been like in her mind, like fresher tracks meant that a better chance of actually finding somebody, or maybe the weaker tracks when she first went there meant that there could be somebody that way, so she had better head the other way, or something like that. So um, I don't know. Maybe they'll say in the DVD commentary when season 4 comes out. And I do gotta say this. I highly recommend actually buying the Blu-rays and the DVDs. Because a lot of the commentary that they have for the episodes is really good. Um, Plus, of course, you get deleted scenes. So, um, like I was telling one of my friends on Xbox Live that uh, in season 3, the first time that Andrea shows up at the governor's place, he takes out a bag with a whole bunch of guns in it, and if you look at it, it says sheriff on the front. And basically, what that's supposed to be is the same bag that Rick gave to the people that were in charge of the old folks' home or whatever in season 1. Um, and in a deleted scene in the beginning of season 2, they actually went back there after the CDC, and as soon as they got in there, then they found that everybody was either dead, or Walker dead. Um, so basically, what that means is that the governor and his group were the people that were, kind of responsible for taking out those guys and stealing their stuff, basically. Um, I kind of wonder if maybe when was going through, he had a couple of spies that were actually in Atlanta and were able to see that exchange that was going on, and kind of played it like, hey, we're actually part of the group that was just here and stuff, and kind of took them off guard. But I love the kids' room, playroom, whatever. Because it had a pretty nice TV in there. Of course, there was no electricity, so and there was an Xbox One. Um, at first, I thought it was a PS4 and maybe like a DVR or something like that, but no. I looked at it a little closer in one of the repeat episodes, and it was definitely an Xbox One. Um, so you know, hey, lucky for that kid or whatever, but I guess it'd be kind of unlucky because now he's Walker food. So there were two kind of scary parts of the episode for me, anyway. Um, of course, the one that a lot of people have been talking about is Rick kind of looking like he was turning, but Carl not being able to shoot him or anything, which I kind of think is kind of a bad thing to do for him. So, especially after he tried to assert himself so much over the episode, I just thought it was a little out of character for him to fall apart that quickly. I know eventually he did kind of have to fall apart, but not as bad as he did. Plus, if this has been going on for a while with him, he probably could have thought, hey, I've got 2 bullets left. I should just shoot my Walker dad, because that's what he was thinking he was probably going to be was Walker himself. So, um, and then use a second bullet to shoot himself in the head. So, um, but I guess from a storyline perspective, having two of your main characters die, like within seconds of each other, in kind of a mid-season premiere, probably wouldn't have played out too well. So, the other way that I think they could have done it was have Carl like actually be away, kind of leave it off where he was fighting that one Walker and trying to get away himself. Then have Rick wake up and of course he'd be alone, kind of harkening back to when he was in the hospital in season 1. But no, they decided to do it the other way, which kind of worked, kind of did, at least for me. So I don't know. For me, I think I'd be in like Lizzie mode by now if that was going on for real, because you got to think that um, the Walker apocalypse or whatever it's been going on for like 3 to 5 years. So um, I just don't think that I would have any emotions left. So I really can't understand why these guys would care so much. But I think I'm going to sign off for now. This is Vessel 15 you've been watching. Let's discuss The Walking Dead. This has been for Season 4, Episode 9. So I will see you next week for Episode 10. Um, but I do got to say that I really hope that somebody around here that I know has a Walker party. Because I'm kind of looking forward to eating a lot of SpaghettiOs and pudding now. So